Welcome everybody to another offseason in the Denver Broncos franchise. We're not done. We got a Super Bowl ring and now it's our job to defend it as we look ahead to year 7. Out of all the franchises I've done on this channel, none have seen a year 7, only 2 dynasties. So we're kind of reaching a unique point with this series, and we're going to face challenges we've never had to do in franchises on this channel in particular. I've done a lot on my second channel, but for this one and this style of franchise, we're now going to see me have to deal with second contract situations for players like Boogie Turner and of course quarterback Taquan Layton. It's pretty simple to build the team around a second round quarterback contract for a guy making under a couple $1 million a year. $1.12 million. Yeah, that's not going to be his salary going forward. Do we give Layton the long-term deal? Do we go the franchise tag route? We'll have to see. I feel pretty good about keeping this team together for the most part, but no doubt we're going to lose some guys. Samuel, Price, and Butler could be on their way out. We have Anthony Hampton set to be a free agent. On defense, we are looking at Darnell Savage testing free agency. And with Jamari Akinjide now a full-time linebacker, could we look to try bringing him back? We got a lot to do in this offseason. It should be a lot of fun. And here are the draft picks we have to spend this year. No 3. Moved around the board quite a bit. I have 5 picks belonging to other teams originally. In the recap episode, I did go through regression. We'll check on that now. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Bradley Chubb's only down 2. Miles Jack is down 4. Curtis Samuel lost 14 and he's set to be a free agent. Hakeem Butler loses 6. This one's tough though. DeAndre Hopkins down 38, including 3 speed. I still think he can make a lot of plays, but does the play start to drop off, and how fast will it with this second year of heavy regression? David Andrews down 9, Von Miller 17, was supposed to retire. For some reason, the game did not have him retire, even though it told me in the scenario he did. Dalton Schultz down 8, Josh Oliver. See, this is the 28-year-old regression that I just experienced myself. I too lost at least 4 or 5 attribute points. Bo Lee lost 9. See, the 28-year-old wall hit him pretty hard. Cam Newton's down 15, Cashman 7. So we'll start, of course, free agency. Here's a look at the roster. We have to figure out who are the most important players to keep around. At this point, I feel like I want to franchise tag Taquan Layton. A long-term deal might work out, but we've certainly seen a lot of inconsistent play lately, and I just don't know if I want to go long-term right now. I kind of want to see what a team with Layton looks like when he's making $30 million first before I go and give him the big money. Retirements also, plans with Layton. Just went over that, Randall. Yeah, let's go over the retirements here. We did have Darius Slay retire. DJ Fluker, Damon Harrison was part of the series. A lot of big names retiring, but only one player from our team. Travis Kelce, don't got to deal with him any longer. That's nice. Would I consider a tag and trade? I don't think with Layton. I think I want him as the starter this year. It's just I'd rather have him on the 1-year deal than the a 5-year contract or something, that heavy commitment. Because, you know, he's 26 now. What if he doesn't really get much better? What if his ceiling is 82, 83? I just don't know. I think I got to see another year. So I'm not looking to bring back Cam Newton. Like, when you have a rookie quarterback contract, you have Boogie Turner on a rookie contract, you can afford, like, a really good backup in Cam, and you can bring back Von Miller. We're going to start the offseason first by withdrawing offers from them, because we're going to get cheaper at defensive end and backup quarterback. Cam's probably going to be somewhere else this season, I'd imagine. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm trying to make the easy decisions faster. We're not going to look to bring back Hakeem Butler. Solid player, but I like our receiver depth right now. We're not going to bring back Rennell Poindexter. And I think, Dalton Schultz played his role perfectly this year, and we're going to let him go, maybe consider bringing him back. But I'm content letting him test free agency. Hey, Kane, you should try to find the next Perry Cummings, a wide receiver to running back this draft. I've been having success with it recently. Find RB2s and third down backs. Also, Rondale Moore is back. Boiler up. I saw that he opted in again. He's a really exciting player. And who knows, maybe I will look for another running back at a different position. We'll have to see. For Bo Lee, I might bring him back, but I'm not going to offer him a contract right now. I do want to bring back Nicholas Baldwin, but not at $8 million a year. No chance of that. No to Blake Cashman, no to Josh Oliver, and I think we're about out of easy decisions there, okay? We have Savage, Samuel, Andrews, Hampton, Leighton, Price. Who stays, who goes? I'm ready to franchise tag Taquan Leighton. I am just fine with that. He will not be testing free agency. Whoa, the tag is so much! 39! I didn't think it was that much. I thought it was 30. That's a lot of money. $39 million. Will Jack still be making the draft classes, or will the next ones be auto-generated? They're going to be auto-generated going forward, Alex. I don't have a way of accessing the Madden share right now. I'm not updated for my version of Madden. I don't play on the newest patch. Do we go $40 million for Taquan Leighton? That is so much money. We have $85 million in cap space, and if Leighton signs the tag, that's half of it. I don't think I can do that. Consider that the fair offer for him is $124 over 5 years. That's $24.8 million a season. Leighton is not getting the franchise tag after all. We're going to free agency without a quarterback. Kane, the salary cap went up. Don't overthink it. That is true, Pierre. The cap does rise, but a $40 million hit, I think, would be a lot. Although it's calculated based off of the top 5 at that position. So let's just see where other quarterbacks are right now. So Heikkinen, for instance. His caps never even sniff 40. And he's on a new quarterback deal. 25 for Wentz. A $40 million hit is going to be a 25% premium at least, I think, over anybody else. All right, Goff gets the 32. 32 next year for Lamar. The cap went up, but this is still steep. All right, Deshaun's at 36.7. We can also consider offering Leighton, say, a 2-year deal at a lower rate. Here's Oliver Raymond's deal. His top cap hit is $34 million in 2029. So that's everybody. Things just got very interesting today. This also means that my franchise tag is available for somebody else. We're not going to look to sign Anthony Hampton. With my cap space right now, I just can't dedicate it to running back at the moment. Did Deion's go down? David Andrews. I think we'll let him test. That strength is down quite a bit. Let me check my online depth right now. We're looking at Robbins, Muldrow, Proctor, Hillhouse. Proctor could kick back to center. We could play Bill Johnson. I did draft him to eventually start. And again, we can't pay everybody. We got to have some young guys out there. This seems like the time for Bill Johnson to step up. Curtis Samuel, I know I'm not going to give him a 4-year deal, so we're not even going to talk right now. So it leaves us with Deion and Savage. I do have interest in bringing back Darnell Savage, but I'd want like a 1 or 2 year deal, and the tag would be 10.7. What's up, Kane? Long time no see, man. Anyway, what do you think of Justin Herbert? He looked promising, and I wish we beat the Chiefs so well. He looked better than I thought he would. You know, I wasn't high on him coming into the league, but I thought he played fine last week. Certainly on a surprise start, he looked pretty ready for it. Offer late in the contract, that 40 mil ain't worth it. That's where I am. I didn't think the tag would be quite that much. I think if it were like 30, 31, 32, I'd be on board. I'm not sure where that number comes from. I could tag Darnell Savage. It would be a premium, but it would shore up safety for us and give us one less thing to think about. I'm okay franchise tagging Darnell Savage. We still have 70 mil in space now. We can't take chances on everybody. And for Deion Price, my main concern is I'd love to see him more. But if I let this go to free agency, the price might get out of control. That was not on purpose. Oh, man. We can say that he has not earned this contract. What if this isn't even enough? I have given him snaps. Let's see how many. Let's look at the numbers. $414, 353. That's 700 plus snaps in the last 2 years. 1 touchdown. Under 500 yards, and nothing over 28 yards. And I've given him chances. Keep in mind, we're bringing back Vashawn Wright and Tyrone Houston. Somehow made the Pro Bowl, has superstar dev, and got 5 skill points out of his Pro Bowl XP. How'd he make the Pro Bowl? I don't know. 2 for 16 there. It was as a returner, I'm pretty sure. And those aren't stellar return numbers. I got a better idea. Why would I offer $7 million a year to Deion Price if I can offer 9 or 10 a year to Terrell Corville? We got to see. But next year, it could be Tyrone Houston. I have 70 mil, yes. But I might want to make some moves on other players. I will offer him this baseline deal and not a penny more. Well, Dion Price has signed. It's only a $7 million signing bonus guaranteed. He could easily be traded, though, if somebody else steps up or something happens. You talked me into it. We'll see. I think Price is the best Price has played has yet to come. But man, these last 2 years have really hurt. All right, did I forget anybody? Oh yeah, there were some players there at the end. That's too much for Garland. I like him, though. And then for Wheeler, yeah, let's bring him back at that. All right. We're done there. And yeah, I could consider, you know, Price plays more halfback snaps, potentially. He could get Hampton's role. And I said I wanted to replace Hampton with somebody with speed. Well, that could do it right there. Thank you for the many years of content you provided me. Also, you know I gotta say this. Is Bo Lee the new quarterback? He's not even signed right now, actually. No, you don't spend 7 mil on a kick returner. But do you spend 7 mil on a kick returner, punt returner, and a part-time running back and receiver? We'll see. And the dead cap shouldn't be a big deal if it doesn't work out. And I'm still interested in Terrell Corbell. Here we go. He's going to get the Curtis Samuel treatment, kind of. All right. Free agency. 58 mil in space. We don't have a quarterback. Who does it say our quarterback is right now? Oh, yeah, Jason Murray. I would like to place Jason Murray on the trade block. He has not been developing the way I had hoped. I have gotten him skill points, and his short accuracy is not going up. And I don't see, with his inconsistent accuracy, him being a quarterback 2 I can count on. I think he's still a QB3 2 years into his career. And I'm interested if anybody else wants to make a move. I would also like to put Bradley Chubb on the trade block. I don't know if I will trade him for sure, but I'm thinking about where I want the money to be on this team. And I like where Palmer is at right now at 1 spot. I might trade Chubb if I get the right offer. But I don't think that he's been outstanding or anything since I paid him. All right, let's see what free agency brings our way. Juju Smith-Schuster. That's big. Keenan Allen. Terrell Corbell. Matt Breida. Jason Pruitt. Curtis Samuel. 10 teams want Taquan Layton. Mark my words, Kane will draft a running back. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you, Q. Hey, Kyle Dillon's available. Hey, Adam Kane is available. So now I have to compete to bring back Leighton because I wouldn't go to 40 mil. I'm still interested in having Leighton return. But man, going less years is so hard to make this work. I have to give him the Kirk Cousins. That didn't even bump up the points. I've never seen that pop up before. What do we do? Get Juju? I don't know if I can go that high. We already have Hopkins at a massive number. I couldn't do that. Man, where's Jimmy? They want Cam. What's Jimmy up to? What's Jimmy G up to? A 73. If you're interested in other backup quarterbacks. From here on, we have the 30th and lower ranked quarterbacks with Quan Tippins, Scooby Blaylock, Hudson Brooks. I don't think he'll be making a return. But realistically, it'd have to at least be this tier if we made a trade. That accuracy, no. 61 deep accuracy. Scooby has the same throw power as Leighton, worse accuracy. I don't see a great trade option. Willie Morris has some solid ratings, but again, they're just like Leighton's or worse. Trade Chubb for a QB1. Here's the first thing I want to do. I like to offer a contract to Nicholas Baldwin. I really liked playing with him, but I don't know if he'll take something just super small. We'll see. If I offer Leighton the deal he wants, I've obviously got to go with more, but it would leave me with about 31, 32 million in cap space. So let's leave that there for now. It is not the Adam Kane redemption story. No. I could potentially offer to Samuel, but I just think that having him and Hopkins obviously has been great, but we have to get other guys the football. And I feel like I should only have one of those two receivers right now. I wouldn't mind one more year with Josh Oliver. Kind of a low ball. Terrell Corville, that would be a different story because he's only 26. Samuel's 29 right now. And Corville has X Factor. He's 2 developments above Samuel. The problem is the Cowboys throw out a 100-point bid. Oh. That's like baseline. Ooh, Jaquan Jennings is available. Kind of like Hakeem Butler, but maybe not as good downfield. Let's check out some defense. Edge rush is something I'm thinking about. Not a great edge rush class, though. I like our corner situation for the most part. And obviously our safety situation is pretty good. Let's see if we can bring back Garland on a smaller contract. You also have to keep in mind, I'm going to be giving big money to Boogie Turner. So that's going to eat up future cap space, not really this year. I'm taking one more look at the team. I want to make sure Granger plays this year. He needs the development at a young age with his low man coverage, or he's never going to pan out at corner. I need to get him a couple quick upgrades. Charles and McKinney are good there. I could use a new 4, a new dime corner. I could look at another defensive tackle. It's not like Charles and Smithson are outstanding or anything. Yeah, it's just hard to think about who steps up. Can Price, Wright, and Houston combine to solidify wide receiver 2 and 3? Maybe. Price could also play a lot of running back this year, keep in mind. Yeah, Watts is going to go to strong safety. I'm just not actually moving him there because he might not be a scheme fit there. I want to keep him a scheme fit. All right, so do we give a big contract to Leighton? Do we just do it? Yeah, the years are just so valuable. Man. Find the trade for Baxter and or Jennings to free up cap space. It wouldn't free up that much, Braven. Baxter makes a couple mil a year, and Jennings is pretty low. He's on a rookie running back contract. I don't need Granger at safety because we kept Savage and we have Watts, so he'll play corner. It doesn't seem like many want me to give the big long-term deal to Taquan Leighton. This is really difficult. We had Cam last year, so we know how he plays. Obviously, he had more regression. which I don't know if it'll show me. It is intriguing to just go with Cam Newton and then know we have to find somebody else. I just don't know if I want to go 5 years with Leighton if he can't get much better. The things I don't like about Leighton are primarily the inconsistent accuracy and the slow delivery. But he has been, you know, he's been good. He just hasn't been great in a while. I wish I could see this QB class right now, but I have to sim a stage, and he's obviously going to be signed after this first one. Signing Cam for 1 year and drafting a quarterback isn't a bad idea. I know, Rack, it's starting to sound kind of interesting. Please do a franchise for 21 like the Bucks in 20. They're so fun to watch, even though not much has changed. Still great to watch. I might in the future. I'm just not in a hurry to do it right now. I got some other stuff I'm working on. Let me catch up on Super Chats quick. Blitzkrieg Dragon. Remember how far Brandon Warren fell? Trade up into the top 10 and get someone. I just don't know how good this QB class is because I just haven't seen it in a while. Give Price a Devin Hester role. Make him kick returner, punt returner, third or fourth string receiver, and second string running back. Also, Leighton isn't worth the money. That's probably Price's role. Like a super role player. Leighton only wants $24 million. That's a bargain. I mean, it's not the most per year. It's just we'd have to go 5 years to get it done, and we'd have to top Tampa. Leighton's slow release and inaccuracy ain't worth it. Oh, man. That's one thing, though, is like we would have to top Tampa. And so, yeah, 24-25 is very reasonable. We'd have to obviously top the Bucks. Still not there. All right, that tops the Bucks. So we're obviously looking at 132 now, and that's 26.4 million a year. It's still, you know, not top tier quarterback money. It's that tier below. Oh boy. I thought we'd just franchise tag him at like $31 million and call it a day. And then see. Because it's not just, you know, Taquan Leighton. It's our team where Taquan Leighton is making 15 to 20 times the money he was earlier. Because now he costs us a couple more contracts. Is he still good enough? The fact you have to hesitate this much kind of feels like moving on is the answer. Bring Culpepper out of retirement. There's an idea. But Rec brings up a good point. If I'm hesitating this much, does that kind of tell me the answer itself? Kane, your kicker, won an award, so you should bump up his development by a 1 because for the brand. I just do XP sliders. It's taken care of there. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. What does the chat think right now? I gotta say, pointing out the hesitation there. All right. I want to see what you think. I want to pull the chat here. While you're doing that, if we were to sign Cam, we would get that friendly 1-year contract we're looking for. We could top that. Offering the 21 to Cam would already top San Francisco. Leighton can still get better. He's only 26. I just question how much better he will get. Let me see what the poll is saying so far. There have been 315 votes so far. 249 or 79% say no and 66% say yes. Oh, of course, yeah, I'm not giving Cam a long-term contract, but it's just I have to pick between the two. One would be on the long-term contract. Newton would be cheaper on the 1 year, but we'd still be looking for the future. Did I scout quarterbacks? Go back on some vids and check? I don't think I did. And I didn't really include them in the episodes. All right, 1 second. I'm going to go see if I can find a recording file I made. So just the raw video quick. And I'm going to try to see if I can find any of the scouting for quarterbacks. Let's see. Oh, 1 second, it's a playoff episode. That wouldn't do. I just want to see how strong the class is. If I can get any indication there, because I can't remember. And I don't think I have an older file from this season. All right, I'm at the scouting portion. Nate Sheffield is the top-ranked player in the entire class. He is a quarterback. But am I actually going to go to the QB menu in this? I know I'm not showing you right now. This is horrible for the stream. I'm just checking this quick. I'll see if I go through quarterbacks at all. And then I'll screenshot it if I do. And I'll show you. Come on, please tell me I do. I don't think I do. All right. Yeah, there's like one good quarterback maybe in this class. All right. Let me update the poll quick. I'm going to show you the results here. Do we sign Taquan Leighton? The chat says no. Oh, man. I just can't believe that I can't even get him like the offer I want. That does top the offer there. So that right there would be 3 years, 95. I think I'd rather have the 5-year deal than that one though, because that's over 30 a year. Trade Chubb and Murray for Scooby and a lineman. Leighton's accuracies were great, yet that was a downfall of his. Yeah, I just can't understand why his accuracy wasn't a bit more consistent. Let me take a look at some of the upcoming contracts we have coming up. Obviously, Hopkins, he'll retire sometime, but we have still 2 years of him. Let's go actually by overall. So, Boogie, big money coming. Get ready. Chubb, 2 years. Savage, the tag. Jack, not that bad. Proctor's deal's reasonable. Charles is pretty big. Akinjide, I mean, if he shines at linebacker, he's going to be paid. McKinney, we'll see. He was a lot better this past season. Watts could be somebody we end up paying, but I don't think it would be too much. And yes, Taquan Leighton did help us get a Super Bowl ring. Sign and start Gene Harris. Who is that? Who is Gene Harris? What about Dustin Payment? If we don't sign Leighton, we probably can sign another receiver. Not even through first stage, and this is already one of the most interesting off seasons. Thank you, Adam. This is pretty wild. We haven't picked up Boogie's option yet, but you know that's coming. So there's Terrell Corville. I'm testing out to see, like, if I sign or try to offer a certain combination of players, how do things look? Jason Pruitt's available too. Geno Harris from Cupcake Franchise. Oh, I was not on that wavelength at all. That's my bad. How did I not remember that? Oh, he said Gene Harris. Maybe that's why, not Geno. Oh, man. We don't want him anywhere near this team. Derek Carr's ratings? No thanks. If I don't get Leighton, I really hope he gets off, like someone jumps over Tampa and offers him like 35 a year. Because 25 is reasonable. It's just a lot more. I don't know, man. I do have a lot of young receivers. Like, do we need Corville? At the same time, you know, Hopkins is getting older and Samuel's possibly, you know, gone. So how do you handle that situation? Do we have the answers to filling both those gaps? Oh, man. This is the hardest stage 1 ever. I like Corval. I look at the ratings and I wonder, like, would I be able to take advantage of him entirely the way I do some other receivers? I don't like that short route running. He's a big play downfield guy. 90 speed's not a ton, but it should be enough. But it's less than I typically have with my deep threats. Although now Hopkins is at 88. Great player, but would I maximize his potential? Using the money on a good number 2 will be beneficial to the rookie you sign. They can develop together. That's one way to look at it. Corval does have that release, though. 93 is really good. All right, I'm throwing the offer back out for Terrell Corval. Cam and quarterback in the draft. Leighton will only get 3 to 4 more points before he starts to regress. That's kind of my worry there. I don't think I'm going like to the moon though with Corval's offer. Keep in mind, I have, you know, to save money for the future other spots, so I can't just, you know, make this huge and easily top it. I did that with Hopkins. So I've got to have some luck on my side here. I still need to sign more players. I'm at 15.7 in space with an offer to Cam and an offer to Corval. And I'm not going to be necessarily done. I still got to fill out the roster at some spots. I might throw out a 1-year offer here to Kyle Bowers. Ooh, Eddie Higgins is available. 82 and 80. I think Oliver still has him beat. Keep in mind, Hopkins will be gone soon. He absolutely will. My draft pick spots, 32, 64, and no third round pick. Here's what we've done so far. We've offered to Baldwin. I really want him back, and it might cost more than that. Garland, Bowers, Oliver, Cam, and Corval. Is that how we want to go? And not do the long-term commitment to Taquan Leighton. For O-line, I think I'm pretty happy. I need to make sure Bill Johnson gets some playing time, I think. The Taquan Leighton era, I think, has just ended. Here we go, everybody. Let's see what happened here. Cam Newton has accepted the contract. We got Cam, Garland, Corval. All right, there's your start to free agency, everybody. Cam Newton and Terrell Corval. Wow. I did not think that would be the route we'd start today with. With no Taquan Leighton. Oh, that number 80's got to go, man. Rod Smith pulled it off. He was 80, right? 17 for Corbel. Let's give him a little sleeve action. There's going to be a lot of thoughts on that. I mean, yes, Leighton helped us get to a Super Bowl, but could he help us get to another one when he accounts for a greater percentage of the cap? And if he's not going to get a lot better? Rec thinks it's a W. I think the chat, you know, there's a lot of people that think it's good. A lot of people think it's bad. So the quarterback class, Nate Sheffield's going to go probably earlier than 32. There's Dalen Morris, Michael Ramsey. I don't know if I have any interest in any of these guys. There's Leonard Cannon. I might take a shot. Let me finish scouting these draftable quarterbacks. Yeah, they're undrafted talents. I highly recommend you watch the AFL finals this year. They begin early Thursday morning U.S. time. Go the mighty Brisbane Lions. What channel is the AFL on? Thank you, Steven, for the super chat. I see a high combine grade here for Jimmy Clark, the Navy quarterback, who is 220 pounds. Jimmy Clark. Anybody got interest in Jimmy Clark in the 7th round? Jimmy Clark. Could you imagine? Broncos franchise year 8. Starting quarterback, Jimmy Clark. Let me check out the stories. Leighton is like Joe Flacco. Good move, Kane. I don't know. I really don't know. It's risky to do this though, because I do think he's a good player, but the uncertainty is hard to ignore. And I really wanted another year to test this out on a tag that wasn't $40 million. So Vaughn Barr won the Heisman. He's a defender, by the way. Have I scouted Vaughn Barr? Okay, he's a linebacker. There's your Heisman winner for this year. Wait, Leighton went to the Falcons? Let's see. So Juju stays put. Pruitt to the Jets. Andrews to the Lions. And Leighton going to Atlanta. Try to get Nate Sheffield if you can. Also, W. I don't know if there's any hope of that happening. I'm probably not even going to try. And now what about Pemberton? He's the backup. They went with the upgrade. So now, the last 2 Super Bowl champion quarterbacks in the series have been replaced. Pemberton replaced by Leighton, who's replaced by Cam. Do we try to get Prescott Pemberton now? Give them Chubb, trade for Prescott Pemberton. What would it take? I think they'd love Bradley Chubb. I know a 5 won't do it. I'm just gauging everything. A lot of super chats flying in. Trade for Pemberton. Do I play the Falcons this season? No. We played the South last year, so we wouldn't play them for 4 years. Which means it would take a Super Bowl to meet Taquan Layton. I bet they love Chubb for Pemberton. Especially if I kicked him out to right outside linebacker. Is that how their scheme is run? No, they're still 4-3, it appears. That might be a preseason trade. Maybe I wouldn't do that right now. Yeah, Baxter. That could work. I can't believe Taquan Layton's on the Falcons now. Man, what an offseason. We're not even like... How is it like this? If you trade for Prescott, check his throw release. We've played against him. Let me try to find it. We're gonna roll the tape, everybody. We played against him. I'm just trying to find the game. I think it was week 3. Yep. All right. Let's roll the tape. Welcome back, everybody, to the Denver Broncos franchise on Madden 20. Today we take on the defending Super Bowl champion Atlanta Falcons as the Broncos try to move to 3-0 on the season. It's also our second game playing with Cam Newton this year, and he'll meet a defense he's very familiar with. The Falcons are a team that's come a long way in the series, and a big reason why is the drafting of Prescott Pemberton III in the 5th round 2 drafts ago. He took over midway through the season for Matt Ryan, and the Falcons never looked back, going all the way to the Super Bowl. This is a really well-rounded team. It should be a great game today. Loud? The Falcons enter 1-1. My bad. My bad. I meant to have it muted. I couldn't hear it. My bad. We got the coach's film, okay? Prescott Pemberton, thankfully, is on the first drive of this game. All right, let's take a look at the film here. Pemberton's coming off a 36 touchdown, 13 interception season. All right, Pemberton. That's Rodgers. Wait. Let me watch another throw. No, I don't want to see Marty. Is it Peyton? Is it Peyton Manning? Is it Rivers? It's a good release, though, regardless of whose it is. This is a touchdown drive, I'm pretty sure. And that's his scrambling ability. He has like 82 speed, okay? Throwing underneath here. They get inside the 15. All right. Prescott Pemberton the third. But wait a minute. Isn't he good enough to start over Cam? Regardless, I think I'd like to make the move for Pemberton. Christian Baxter at 28 years old, I think this would be tough. I'd like to maybe get a pick in return or something. Do they have anybody here that's interesting to me? Jose Burgess wasn't a bad player. Not the youngest pass rusher or anything. Coming off his best season. Wait a minute, what happened? Get me back in there. I wouldn't mind getting Burgess. I don't think they'll take this trade. Yeah. How about a 6? Would I get demonetized for saying PP3? We'll find out. So I can't get a pick. He's at a position they need and they like him. Pemberton is from Yale. He's got the IQ. It's going to take a big pick here. Maybe wait till after the draft. I thought about that, Rec. I thought about maybe waiting till preseason. If I offer them Chubb, I don't know if I want to. I think I want to wait a little bit. Let's have some fun. All right. Let's wait a little bit. This is going to be a wild offseason. I cannot believe Leighton's now a Falcon. That is unbelievable. All right, so I've scouted basically like the top 60. At quarterback, only a couple players I like. I don't think we find a future starter in here anywhere. At running back, yeah, a few guys that were interesting. Dwight Barker all the way down here, maybe? We'll see. 7.0 for Le'Veon Lockhart. Not going to use the points. Malcolm Kowalski. Oh, 4.58. That hurts. That hurts bad. Still great receiver prospect. 4.53 can still be a 90 or an 89. I could trade them Jason Murray too. That's a good idea. Let me see. I didn't think about that. Let's switch up the music before I get sick of this song. Woo! All right. Jason Murray. I hope they like him. And Christian Baxter. Moderate interest. They don't want Murray. Still going to take a lot to get him. And I might have to give up Chubb, and if I do that, I want to see me go through the rest of the offseason first, because I have to... I'm still targeting edge, but I'll feel better about trading away Chubb if I sign somebody. I got some options for how I can attack that. Let me make sure I've scouted all the edges here. Clifford Baxter's combine is just in the negatives. That's awful. Now, let me scout Jamal Godwin here, 6'1". Ah. Doesn't seem like the best edge rush class. A lot of run stoppers. Vernon Waddle. Throw in a future 3 with those two? I might. I just don't want to right now. If you're just now checking into the offseason, I intended to franchise tag Taquan Layton, but it would have costed me $39 million. More than I had expected. And I decided not to do that. And it turned out a lot of teams had interest in Layton, and I chose not to give him the big contract. I wanted a franchise tag test run year, but I wasn't willing to go to $40 million for it. So he is now with the Atlanta Falcons. Not trading Savage, Dylan. I intend to play him. And I don't really like trading guys I just signed. Not that it never happens. Please, if you're doing a franchise mode for Madden 21, please do the Jets. I've been a Jets fan since I was born. I'm sorry to hear that. I've never had hope. Last year, I just stopped watching football. Please do the Jets. We'll see if and when I get around to Madden 21 what's going to happen. Might be somebody I take super late, so I can stop signing Josh Oliver to one-year contracts every year. Got some good tackles here, although tackle is not like a big need for us. Layton wanted 24 over 5 years, which, you know, is kind of fair value, but I knew that it would cost us, you know, $20 million compared to what we've normally had. And I just don't know if I want Layton with less talent elsewhere. Let me go back to free agency. Wait till after the draft. Maybe Sheffield drops to you at 32. I mean, that's always possible. That's what happened with Cole Hartman. But I don't think it'll happen. Nobody wants Adam Kane, including us. So we're going to offer instead to Baldwin. This is already a lot. This is good money. Can you just take that contract, please? Slowly raising these offers. Still might not be enough. Other deals, by the way, Jaquan Jennings, who was like Jesse Heikkinen's #1 last year, he's off to the desert. Ian Patterson to the Panthers with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Terrence Rivers to Minnesota. LaMarcus Sampson's no longer our problem. That's good. Jason Burgess, it's already been 4 years. Bill Williams is gone too. That's a big loss for KC. I think they also had Tyron Smith retire. Please draft that receiver. Maybe the next Hopkins. Yeah, we'll just have to see. It's been a really, really weird offseason so far. Exciting, but weird. Ned Norris. How come Ned Norris got bids at 63 overall, but like Adam Kane doesn't? Ned Norris got signed. I love it. I like our receiver situation now with Corville. We have a lot of young guys, too, that are going to get opportunities, and they can't get them if somebody else is taking their snaps. Let's advance. That's right, he is the Utah daddy. Ned Norris. It's going to be Boogie's 5th-year option. Pick it up. He's brought almost no value to our team last year. How? What do you think? If only we could play late in this coming season. I know that would be perfect. Josh Oliver's back. That's good news. One less spot to worry about. Let me save. Oh, we're not done there. Donovan Jennings. We are not going to be picking up his contract, his 5th-year option. The injuries have just been too much. We pass. That means Baldwin is still out there. I really liked playing with Baldwin last year, but I don't want to give him like a massive offer. No one wants Kane. I want Baldwin. What if I offer him a 3-year contract? I think he's a great backup. Yeah, the offer just got weaker. I might have to just sign him to a 1-year in free agency or something. Because I'm not going to like 7 mil or whatever it would take. Yeah, we wouldn't see Leighton for a long time because of the way the schedule works out with cross-conference. You play each division once every 4 years. We just played the NFC South this past year. What's Nelson Johnson doing here in the undrafted range? So he's like Cam Smithson. Low strength, good pass rusher. Probably not great against the run. This is just like Cam Smithson. Very similar player. Usually some good safeties here. Brandon Lawrence. All right. Good value guy. And now let's look for a ridiculous combine or something. We already saw Le'Veon Lockhart a little bit. 6'6". Tavares Moorhead. Not at 4'6'3". Rashad Henderson at 4'6". All right. To the next stage now. Rejected by Bowers, and now our first trade offer for Bradley Chubb. Okay. Finally. What's it going to be, though? A 2 in the future, or a 3 and a 6 now? My main concern is if we move on from Chubb, it's like all of a sudden edge rush is just super, super weak. Outside of Palmer, of course. We just don't have the depth right now. Like, I don't even have enough edge rushers right now, let alone if I trade Chubb. Alright, I'm curious enough to see Le'Veon Lockhart's ratings. B- Juke. I've seen enough. Maybe there's a linebacker with a super high grade. Okay, Kobe Gold. I like that. We're looking for some deep sleepers right now. Looking for some big combines. Oh, there was one suggestion I wanted to talk about that I want to try out in the preseason. So I really, really like having Jason King on the team, but I thought about maybe he could get some opportunities at tight end. Now, he's not like the fastest guy or anything. He'd still be primarily blocking there, but he's an excellent blocker. And we're working on that catching, which is up to 67. So hopefully with another upgrade or two, we can get it to 70. I might get him some snaps there, just to get him on the field even more. Hey Travis, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Leighton went to Atlanta because I didn't want to give him the big $40 million franchise tag, and I just wasn't ready to go with the big 5-year contract. I thought it would happen, but last year kind of worried me a bit. Are you kidding me? Cameron Vaughn, late first talent, undrafted tackle. We found some good value today. Yeah, let's go corners for depth so I don't have to pay anybody big money. There's probably some draftable guys I could have scouted. Let's go lower, though, because I'm probably not taking a corner for a while if I only want a dime guy. Let's go scheme fit here. That doesn't work. No luck. So yeah, we are going to, wait a second, Cam will be the 6th starting quarterback in week 1, right? I mean, in this series, we've had Flacco, I can't believe that happened, Drew Lock, Adam Kane, Taquan Leighton, Nicholas Baldwin started week 1 last year, and now it would be Cam Newton. That's unbelievable. Who needs quarterback stability? Why am I not playing Madden 21? Because there's nothing new in franchise, and I got this one to continue instead. And there's still 1,500 people watching this one. Rosen started week 1 too, so this would be the 7th quarterback, right? Locke never started week 1? Okay. FS2 for AFL, I think. Also, thanks for all the effort you put into your series, starting watching your channels this time last year. Appreciate that, Steven. Glad you enjoy the content. And FS2 for AFL. All right, I'll have to see what it's all about. FS2 for the Australian Football League. I've never watched it. Not even sure I've seen the highlights for anything. No worries, Jared. I appreciate you just being here. It's all good, man. Also, Rosen and Brooks. Did Brooks ever start a week 1, though? He started a game. Robert, thank you for becoming another new member here on the channel. We've had a lot of starting quarterbacks. So here's what we're looking at right now. Probably Proctor back at center. Oh, he's already listed there. So I'll just pretend he was here, and then Bill Johnson is here. So 4 out of 5 starters their return. Levi. We have familiarity with Cam, of course. Peppers, Jennings, and likely Deion Price there. We get Terrell Corville. They get a little bit younger at receiver. This is very similar to when we signed Curtis Samuel, although Corville has a different game slightly. I love seeing that 93 release, though. I can't wait to see how that plays. Boogie, Palmer, Charles, McKinney, and Granger. I think McKinney could still play nickel. What I'll probably do is Charles and McKinney start, then McKinney kicks inside, and Granger is the third cornerback off the bench playing outside. And then it's Savage and Watts at safety, with Jack, Akinjide, and Baxter, but Baxter could be dealt. Who is Corville? He was a star receiver for the Lions. And he's a good big play guy. And obviously I love to put the ball down the field. I always try to do that. Well, he's got great release, 91 deep route running. We'll see how it goes. We might get some practice today, Destiny. Might have to. We'll see how we are on time. I know I've been taking forever. But it hasn't been your typical offseason. Where did Samuel go? That's a great question I never saw. But here are the signings. He would have been a stage 1 guy, though. I'll just check the rosters. New England. By the way, here's our schedule. I want to take a look at our schedule for this coming year, just as a little preview. Chargers, Philly, Bills, Raiders, Chiefs, Raiders again, Colts. So don't play the Patriots. We do get the Ravens again. I like that we close in division. Okay. Hakeem Butler, I can't remember where he went, but he's not with us anymore. Well, I can check this free agency recap. He must still be available. Hopkins should move to the slot. His speed has regressed a ton. I'm going to try that in the preseason. I intended to try him in the slot and see if that works a little bit better. Because the speed... we'll have to see if it matters first. And the fact is that he hasn't, like, won with speed. He's won with route running and just physical catching. So we'll see if that's even necessary. Well, let's begin the draft, everybody. This should be quite the journey here. The Falcons won the Super Bowl. Did not have the season they were hoping for. Prescott Pemberton has now been replaced. And they pick number 2. I can't wait to see what they do. The Titans are on the clock, though, at number 1. And the Tennessee Titans, before we start, because there haven't been enough delays already, obviously I could not get a blackjack draft class for this series. So, I have decided that I'm going to edit some of these players to become players from the series for other teams. All right? It's a weird way to get them in the series, but it gets them there. It gets the job done. So we're going to see Army quarterback Mike Hill, who won a national championship, actually 2 with Army in the series. And I think what we're going to do is whoever drafts Dalen Morris, I'm going to edit to be Mike Hill because he would have been a third-round quarterback, and that's about the range where I expect Morris to go. So I'm probably going to edit Morris to be Mike Hill. Next up at running back. The first CPU team to take a running back is actually getting Jason Slaughter. And because there aren't a lot of great running backs here, I don't know when that's going to be. But whoever drafts the first running back gets Jason Slaughter. Whoever drafts the second running back gets Montrell Bonds. All right? I'll do that editing. Whoever drafts Diego Ramirez is actually getting Drake Maddox. And I'm keeping track of all this. I'm writing it down. There are some other players. I will find homes for them based on who's drafted, all right? So just those main guys, you'll know on where they go during the stream today. I don't have the blackjack streams anymore because I don't update my game for patches, so I can't access Madden Share. I will be editing their stats, yes. I'll be editing them completely. So whoever gets Jason Slaughter, if the first running back goes in the third round, they're getting like a 79 overall running back. Reload before big events in sim a year. Not sure exactly what you mean there, Ian. I appreciate the super chat. Are you meaning like in like past games where big things happened? I'm gonna save one more time. I'll be editing their stats, appearance, everything. So they'll be in the series. It's just a weird way of getting them there. Let's go. Why don't I update the game? Because I like the patch I'm on, and every patch changes gameplay, and I'm not willing to change gameplay for anything right now. Number 1, Von Barr. Heisman Trophy winning linebacker goes to Tennessee. All right, we'll see if Tennessee can get better off of drafting a linebacker. Certainly Barr had a great skill set, but now Atlanta, what do they do? They won the Super Bowl and then became the second worst team in the league. And now they take Ethan Cornelius, tight end from Michigan State. And at 76 overall, he should be pretty good. Next up, Green Bay. Lonnie Stammer, cornerback from Buffalo, joining Khalil Mack as Buffalo defenders going into top 5. Carolina. Chase Mullen. They're just going protection for Lamecca Warwick. The Chargers select Chris Wynn from Oklahoma. The Rams go 62 overall center Lucas Smiley. That's the worst first round pick I think I've seen in this game, and I've gone through so many seasons. Wow. Philip DeVoe, receiver to Philly. Luther Weathersby, congrats to the Jets. Tevin Choice. These have not been the best top 10 picks. Dudley Heron from Texas. Tevin Hart. CJ Sara. Jamal McKnight. Back-to-back picks there for the Browns, and they did not do a great job. Sheffield is falling. That is true. Roman Holloway. This is not the greatest class. We're missing Blackjack right now a lot. These, Draft classes aren't great, but this is exceptionally bad. Buddha Hunt to the Seahawks. First round lineman, finally. Marshall Pete. Jack Kershaw. Sheffield is still falling. Denard Fisher. Dion Rutledge. This is Nate Sheffield, who is currently falling. A throw power, A- short accuracy, A- throw under pressure. Lyle Fine. Javante Tarpley. Get QB, says Rylan. Vernon Waddle is off the board. Gilbert Anthony now off the board. Kirkland Hyde. Cedric Hewitt. Lewis Allen. And Hudson Shelton. Meaning we could go and take the top quarterback in the draft right now. We're looking at mid-1 talent, probably low 70s overall, which is fine. I'm just taking a look at some stuff. I should have continued the scouting here. Yeah, this is a weird class for sure. I would like to make a move. I would like to offer our first round pick to the Atlanta Falcons. I don't usually do trades like this. Come on. Just make the trade. I want Pemberton. What if Sheffield doesn't have a good throwing motion? Pemberton is older, yes, but he's also more developed. Plus, he can run better. I know he has the arm. I've played against him. The chat is out of control right now. They want Sheffield. And they may just get him. I don't know if I want to give up Chubb. .485 ain't slow, but it ain't gonna be fast. Got a lot of super chats here. 1 second. This is paused, right? Yeah. Don't get Sheffield, you want Pemberton. The whole city of Denver wants Prescott Pemberton III. It's a no-brainer, my man. Take the QB. You get that 5th-year option. Don't trade down. Pemberton is 3 years older. Sheffield and make him power running back to make Cam 2.0. Prescott Pemberton III already established and can get better. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Pemberton is due for an extension. Get the young quarterback. Pemberton will need to be paid before Chef the Chef. Nate Sheffield is the pick, everybody. We have begun a new era in the series. Yep, Recky did have a good chance at higher dev, and it's hidden. .87 throw power. I want Rosen. You want Rosen? It was fun while we had him. I thought he'd be better than that for throw power. The accuracies are good on day one. Hidden dev is nice, obviously. But man, I wanted Pemberton, but they wanted so much for him. Kane, why? Because they wanted so much, and I thought Sheffield would be a little bit closer for like throw power. It's mainly the throw power here I don't like. What's the speed? 77? Okay. I can live with that. I like Pemberton so much more. Didn't he have A throw power? Yeah. That just didn't mean much in this class. Would the first round pick straight up have gotten Pemberton? I guess it doesn't matter now. We have Nate Sheffield and Cam Newton as our quarterbacks at the moment. John Waters going to Atlanta. Well, a lot of change is happening here, and we'll just see where everything goes. This is the worst draft class I've ever seen in this game. This is literally terrible. There's great values, but what a weak class. Wait, Diego Ramirez. The Seahawks just drafted Drake Maddox. I don't believe a running back or Dalen Morris have been selected yet. Morris is still there. Wait, the running backs I think are going. A few strong arm upgrades and he'll be very good. Potentially, Rack, potentially. I just never bank on throw power getting a lot better. But it has gotten better for Leighton, so we'll see. Trade Sheffield for PP3. I don't think I'll be doing that. All right, I think a couple running backs got drafted. Let me just check the transactions. All right, so the first running back goes to the Titans. Wow. So Jason Slaughter is going to the Titans. And the second running back is going to the Patriots. They're getting Montrell Bonds. So now we're waiting to see where Mike Hill is going to be. Why not just keep Leighton? The $40 million franchise tag was not interesting to me. I wanted to tag him. I thought it would be for less. And I just wasn't feeling good about the 5-year deal at the time. Nate the Chef Sheffield is going to cook up the league. We'll see. But here's what we're looking at now, probably. Cam Newton starting week 1 for sure. If we had Pemberton, it would have been more of a battle. But now we get Cam and Sheffield. I did not think we'd be doing this. All right, second round. We don't pick again until early 4. We can go speed rusher here, and that would be really interesting. I kind of like that. Daniel Jones 3.0 behind Kane and actually Danny Dimes. Is someone going to pick up Kane, though? That's what I want to know. Let's hope he's not Daniel Jones or Adam Kane. I don't think Daniel Jones is the worst comparison either. All right, so here I think Jazir Deacon is not a bad pick. Oh, man. Yeah, athleticism. I don't like his strength. He's going to be a liability in the run game probably, and that's where Chubb's actually been pretty good. But here in the second round, I mean, this is an easy pick. Hidden dev on Jazir Deacon. .78 finesse, 83 speed. That strength is just so low. He's probably going to be a very one-dimensional player, but we're not in the first round, so I'm okay taking more of a specialized player. He's not going to be good in the run game, and that 83 injury is not fantastic. All right. The Titans just took Mike Hill. They'll get Mike Hill and Jason Slaughter. I want to see their quarterback situation because I don't know how I'm going to rate Mike Hill yet, but he's probably going to be solid, like a low 70s guy or a high 60s. Okay, so still behind Mariota. Freddie Walls. And I'll find some homes for the other guys I had written down. But that covers all the ones we were super interested in. Really disappointing draft class, though. It's very weak. The players going now are just as good as players going in the first round. All right. Fourth round. Almost on the clock again. Oh, there goes Dwight Barker. Good value at running back. And we're almost on the clock again. Here we go. Oh, man. If you haven't already done so, please leave a like on the video. That would be much appreciated. It's been quite the off season. All right, in the fourth round, there's Nelson Johnson. Does he have any strength? He was a lot like Smithson. Cameron Vaughn. Kind of like Vaughn here. Let's go Cameron Vaughn. He's just too good to pass up. 70 overall and normal. He's the 25th best guy in the class. Is my chat, like, not loading? I know some of you are talking in there. My chat is not loading right now. I haven't seen a new comment in, like, over a minute. Vaughn will be there later. He might have been, but I've seen undrafted guys go in the 4th round. And Vaughn's ratings are really exceptional. So I'm not taking a chance. What a weird offseason. So we've ensured that we're going to have some cheap quarterback years coming up. But, you know, we're back on that grind to trying to getting a quarterback, you know, that gives us a high level of play. And for a while, Leighton did. But the consistency wasn't there this season. His throwing motion has always been a big negative. And I don't edit that kind of stuff. I keep that part of the player's, you know, personality and play style. Man. I think I'm going to trade out here and just get something for the future. I don't like this class. All right, I'm taking this future 4. The defensive tackle would be nice, but we already have a player who is like the same. Let's switch it up again. I'm kind of interested here in Kobe Gold. 21-year-old run stopper. Early 3 talent, too, not even late. Nelson Johnson's fine. I don't think he's a big game changer. We already have a player with that exact skill set who was also undrafted, but actually an A talent. Kobe Gold's the pick. 66 overall. 61 pass coverage archetype. 83 speed. Can he be developed to be the next Christian Baxter? We'll see. I like the ratings a lot, though. Should be a solid run defender right away. So does this offseason make you more or less interested in the series moving forward? I would like to know. I forgot our picks are all over the place here. We don't pick till late 6 now. I'm not overthinking the defensive tackle at all. I don't think I am. I mean, I need to figure out who's playing at a variety of spots, and I just didn't think that his skill set, you know, was right for us there. Hurricane, happy to finally make a live video. Been watching since my days in the Army during your Rams CFM. You inspired me to create a YouTube and start my own. Thanks for all the great content. That's awesome, man. I hope you have fun with that. It can be a really good time. We sure have a lot of fun here, though, don't we? A lot of people more interested. I thought this was going to be kind of a more boring offseason in a way, because I was going to tag Leighton for 30 mil and then you know, not make anything too special happen, but try to play it safe because we're going to pay Boogie and we're maybe going to pay Jamari one day. But now, everything's changed. I still have 5 picks to make. Are you kidding me? Yeah, bring in Nelson Johnson now. That's fine. 71 overall. The offseason was very exciting and unexpected. The draft class kind of killed it a little, but it's out of your control. 100%, Jamie. I mean, if we ran this through 10 times, this is the worst class we'd get, without a doubt. All right, there's Nelson Johnson. He will have to make an impact to come off the bench, but there's Cam Smithson already in front of him, so preseason competition perhaps. If I'm being brutally honest, Kane, less. I'm disappointed you didn't get Pemberton, and I don't understand why you wouldn't get that DT. He has the potential to be better than Smithson. We got him now. And that's cool if you're, less interested. As long as you can express that opinion respectfully, which you did. I get it, yeah. I mean, when I looked at the risk reward there, like, I was cool taking Sheffield because I thought he was like Pemberton's ratings, but just a little bit worse. If the throw power was higher, I wouldn't have any buyer's remorse probably. If his throw power can get better, then I'll be fine. But I really wanted Pemberton's 92 throw power. Pemberton would have been a really exciting get for us. We're going to go Avery Zellner here at safety. 65 overall. 6'4". I like big safeties. 88 speed too. That speed with that height is pretty solid in the back end. You'll probably have to stick at free safety though. Not a very physical player. But a chance to become a backup. Do we ever get Garland back? Because that's whose role he'd probably be fighting for. Time to make a pick, everybody. Cam Johnson can play defensive end. He is versatile. At 82 strength, he might be able to pull it off. Preseason should be a lot of fun. We have a lot of potential experiments there. We're going to take Bradley Evans next, the tight end from Florida State. 60 overall. 82 speed, 64 catching, very low. That's how the tight ends are in this game. It is one area Madden 21's better. The tight ends are just more playable. Chat's going wild right now. They have a request. Any hope at all for Pemberton at this point? There's less hope now, Boogie, but potential if we don't like Sheffield and Pemberton becomes available. Or say Cam gets hurt in preseason. Do I go Sheffield or make the trade? We'll see. All right, you want Jimmy Clark? I'm interested enough in Jimmy Clark. Have I totally given up on Murray as a quarterback? I kind of have because the skill points haven't gone in the right direction for him. They just refuse to upgrade his short accuracy. It just won't get better. So I think we just kind of got on the wrong end of RNG there, and that's kind of the way it is. Jimmy Clark will not be starting anytime soon. To the practice squad at best. Jimmy Clark. And who becomes Mr. Irrelevant? We still have 2 players on the board. I've already taken a safety. I've already taken a pass rusher. Cam and a 7 for That wouldn't get it done, David. I don't think that would get it done. They really wanted a lot for Pemberton. Like, I tried to offer what I thought was more than fair, and they wouldn't do it. So we just couldn't come to an agreement. Just how it goes sometimes. What to do with this pick? Desynced audio? There shouldn't be any desynced audio. Let's see if that fixes anything. Webcam is desynced. Oh, sure enough. How is it now? Is it any better? I'm not even sure how to fix that during a stream either. Is it any better now? Is it fixed? Pick someone with the best last name ever, says Khalil. Drafting based on name. Audio is even worse now. It's worse? Wait, now people are saying I fixed it. Y'all gotta pick one. I kind of like the name Dale Chiavarini, if I'm even saying that correctly. But his skills just weren't there. Sammy Brandenburg, Malcolm Kowalski. We are selecting Malcolm Kowalski. The combine is good and Jason King needs a backup on the practice squad. What if we have an injury to Jason King? He plays 500 snaps. Oh wow, the Giants DFA'd Samardzija? With intent to... Oh, clicking it. All right, Malcolm Kowalski, 65 overall fullback. 79 speed, 75 lead block, 61 run block. 65 catching. We could also look to develop him as a tight end. He's a 65 overall fullback. He's left-handed, by the way. Left-handed fullback. He'd be a 55 overall tight end, but that might be an interesting spot to develop him. Might give that a shot. All right, guys, that is the class. What an off-season. I know it's been a wild ride, and it's not an off-season where everybody's going to be happy or everybody's going to be upset. It's just kind of the way it is. So this class here was a little underwhelming. I mean, not many players over 70 overall, sadly. Very weak. The best players all went pretty early, and then there was just nothing left over, it seemed. Dwight Barker was a good value. He had normal dev. Doesn't have the best ratings, honestly. I mean, he was the top-ranked running back, and there's not much to be impressed by with his skill set. It's just kind of solid. Hopefully we clinch tonight. Go Giants. You know, after the Twins, the Giants are probably like the second team I've watched the most this year. Just because all those West Coast games late, I've watched so much of them. And I've actually come to kind of, you know, like some of their offense. It's just more of like an underdog thing because their offense isn't great. But like Yastrzemski is a stud. He's really good. Solano and Flores have been pretty solid this year. Brandon Belt's kind of backing away. I don't hate that Giants team. They just kind of figure it out. They had a couple guys pitch pretty good this year, like Kevin Gossman. Oh, let's do a little bit more of the recap here. I didn't really look at many players. So the Chiefs. They did not have a great class. The Chargers. They seem to do a bit better. Chris Wynn. Hidden development. Pass coverage archetype. But that's not all he brings to the table, it looks like. Pretty good run stopper as well. That's pretty solid right there. Lincoln Bramble, hidden dev corner. Jeez. And who's the fourth team? Oh yeah, the Raiders. Jack Kershaw was their first round pick. 65 overall normal dev. You know, if they get him in the third round, that's not bad. I see the starting potential here. Like, linebackers, I think, in general in this game are rated a little bit too low. Does this look like a 65 overall player to you? A guy who has decent athleticism, a little bit below average in coverage, a little bit below average in tackling. Like, to me, I feel like that's a little bit better than a 65. Not much. But I don't think this is that bad. And certainly not 62 overall Lucas Smiley in the first round bad. That was a horrendous pick. Von Barr. Here's your Heisman winner. 80 speed, 80 tackle. I mean, the run stopping on day one. A lot of tackles. Coverage isn't great, but I imagine if he has hidden dev, that'll get taken care of. In a couple of years, could be one of the best linebackers in the game. Check the QBs. I mean, they weren't that good. We got the number one guy. Dale Morris will become Mike Hill when I edit him, wherever he is, hiding somewhere. So how good were the other quarterbacks? 59 overall. I mean, those ratings weren't bad, though. That's like where Sidney Jean-Charles is. Very close to Sid accuracy-wise and throw power-wise. I guess it's just awareness, break, sack. The secondary ratings are pretty bad. That's interesting on day one. Leonard Cannon. Any relation to Logan Cannon? I'm not going to bother looking at the players I'm going to edit because I'm editing everything about them. So they'll be just gone. Casey Woodward. Okay. I saw that B- or that B+ deep route running. And yeah, he can... There's a spot for Casey Woodward, okay? You look at 58 overall, you think no shot. But hear me out. 94 speed, 78 deep route running. As a 6th receiver, you could do worse. All I'm going to say. Now, the catching and release are awful. And I don't think he'd be successful. But that could work. I'm editing those players because I wanted a custom class and I just couldn't have it for this year. Highest kick return stat. I don't know if I've ever checked that out. I don't have a lot of time here for practice, guys. 65? Oh, that's just for us. About to say. Clyde Kinney and Thurman Doolittle. Hey, Rashad, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. I appreciate that. You've been supporting the channel for a long time. '85 release, Gilbert Anthony. Holy. Not bad. All right, I want to get to the preseason quick. I want to make a couple signings. I want to see where my cap space is, and I want to make at least one signing. I want Baldwin back. See, I wish I could sign him to a 2 or 3 year deal, but Madden won't let me. We're doing pretty good right now in terms of cap space. If we had signed Cam to the franchise tag, our cap space would basically be at 0 right now. It'd be awfully close. So this team could exist with Cam Newton, this exact team. Of course, we wouldn't have Cam. So that doesn't exactly make sense. So if you swapped out Cam... No, that does make sense. If you swap out Cam and you throw Leighton into the mix here, it would be like no cap space. My bad. So Hopkins is still our best player for a little while until Turner tops him. Chubb, Jack, Savage, Proctor, Akinjide on the rise, Charles, Corval. Need to see Sheffield's throwing motion. I agree. I don't have a lot of time here for practice, but I have enough time to check that out. Let's sign Boley. So the plan with Sheffield right now would be to just sit him. Not even trying to play him too early. Just get him some development on the bench. Make him a focused player. And not rush him along. We have Cam, and we're familiar with Cam Newton. I just can't believe he's actually starting for us coming off the Super Bowl when Taquan Leighton's going to be in Atlanta. All right, let's get our new quarterback out there, Nate Sheffield. And let's see what he's all about. With receivers, DeAndre Hopkins, Terrell Corville, and Deion Price. And we are going to back up the football. He only has 87 arm strength. That really needs to get better. And I'll change his number probably. All right, first thing we're going to do, we want to see the arm strength. That first throw looked a little slow. All right, he can flick it. Yeah, it's a pretty effortless throw. That deep one looked, that first deep one that looked like the slow one I don't like. Oh, he just tried to jump throw that, I think. And it looks like Rodgers' release to me. The release looks fine. Yeah, and that's a good release. So that's just fine with me. All right, that's a good little look there at Nate Sheffield. Those are some good throws, too. He didn't miss any. All right, everybody, that is going to end the stream today. I hope you enjoyed this offseason. It was quite the journey. I can't believe it went the route it did. But I think we have a very interesting season coming up. A title defense without the quarterback that we won the title with. Although Cam won many games for us last season. What do we do with Cam? He's played not the first game. Newton started how many wins? Was it 6 or 7? Because we tied a game with him. Were we 9-1-1 before Leighton came back? So it was like 8 wins with him, 7 or 8 wins. Played a drive of the Super Bowl too. We'll see. Very interesting offseason. A lot to look forward to in year 7. That's going to do it for today, everybody. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Have a great day.